Greetings shiftlings, FiOth here, and in this vid we will be discussing Demon Parade scrolls. Now, after you collected one of these scrolls, you might have noticed that this node up here on the left, the yellow one, appeared out of nowhere, and it states Demon Parade picture scroll. Throughout your adventure from now on, after the Tengu's Desciple, you will be gaining some of these quite rare but sometimes easy to spot and find scrolls. What they do is they occupy an extra slot in your build just below your accessories, and they give you extra perks that of course will aid you in combat. This extra slot of equipment makes our character that much more powerful, but in order to yield the results, in order to make use of these scrolls, we'll have to know how to get them, how to make them usable, and how to optimize them. So first and foremost, how to get them. For me, the most consistent way of getting these scrolls has been fighting a very specific kind of revenant. The kind of revenant that you're gonna have to fight and defeat in order to get these scrolls has a distinct whitish aura above the revenant's grave. After defeating such a revenant, you will get a scroll that he's equipped with. It's never happened to me to kill one of these revenants and not get their scrolls, but I've been using a build with very high luck, item and equipment drop rates, so that might be the case. I cannot really talk about the statistics, the chances of getting one of these things, but as I said, you will get scrolls from the revenants with a whitish aura. If you wonder what that looks like, you can take a look right now. So this is the kind of revenant that you will be hunting for if you wanna get extra Demon Parade picture scrolls. And after you got one of these scrolls, you go up here, and as you can see, I have an assortment of these. Each one will pit you against specific opponents. The kind of opponents that you will have to fight is stated below. For example, in this very easy 2 to 5 level scroll, 225, you fight Aberrant Soldiers, Ippon Dataras and Gozuki. So these enemies will come at you, not all at once of course, but one after the other, and as soon as you defeat them, you have pretty much unlocked the scroll, and you come out of the mission and you can use that scroll as equipment. Most of these scrolls, if not all of them, have a staple perk that you cannot change and 2 other random perks. As you can see, all the scrolls I have fall under this category. What this means is that by the time you purify them, you already know what your staple perk is, but the other 2 are random out of pools that come with each kind of scroll. So what happens if the perks you get are crap? Well, there is a method of tempering with this. It has nothing to do with the forge. What you can do is come here, choose them again, and it will ask you if you want to start this picture scroll mission. Below the title of the scroll, below the Demon Parade picture scroll that you see in purple, is the amount of attempts that you're allowed to run in order to optimize this specific scroll. It does not count a loss in the level, a death in the level. I tested it. As long as you stay in the level and complete it, even if you die 1,000 times, you are not burning through your attempts, but successfully completing the mission associated will take away one of your attempts. So what happens if you have a divine quality scroll like this scroll of the demon right here, and you like the life drain melee kill and you wanna optimize it, but it's very difficult to get what you want because you might want very specific things? Well, as long as you have your scroll at 1, you are allowed to try again by pressing triangle and using 109 instances. This instance will allow you to get a free run at the mission. So even if you have almost exhausted it, you can still go at it as long as you have instances to burn. Here you can say I have 1 instance, and if I use it I will have 0 instances to use. Another very important function is scroll transference. Restores a picture scroll to its uncleared state and changes its item and recommended levels to that of the picture scroll used as a material in the transference. Now the wording is a bit strange. It took me a while to figure this one out, but what it practically does is it gives you a means of upgrading the level of the scrolls that have staple perks that you want to use. So for example, I have this divine here that's 170, and I have this 160 that gives you extended dodge invulnerability. Okay, so I will use this as a base. This has a recommended level 132 and this has a recommended level of 269, much harder. So I use this as a base and I use the divine as a material. I perform the transference, and as you can see here, it is coded again, but the recommended level is still 132. What it does for you is that it allows you to upgrade without any actual penalty. You just expand the material scroll. So when I decode this Demon Parade picture scroll, it will be 170. It still retains the extended dodge invulnerability, but I can clear it at 132. It might sound a bit confusing, but believe me, you will get the hang of it when you start using it a bit. So I hope I didn't forget anything. To summarize, you get these scrolls from enemy drops, but you can easily get them from specific revenants that have a white glow around their graves. When you get one of these picture scrolls, you go to this yellow node on the map, you choose it, it actually acts as a mission. You can always use Torii Gate to clear these scrolls. You can create a room, and the conditions is picture scroll mission, and you can specify one of the picture scrolls that you can see here, and the people who come in your session will also be able to play this specific scroll. So if something is a bit difficult, you can get a couple of people in here and they will help you clear it. And then if you have one scroll that you like and you want to keep it up to date and keep its stats as high as possible, from what I noticed, as you can see here, we have an attack and defense stat. It's 35 for 160 exotics. It's 40 for 170 exotics, and it's 45 and 45 for 170 divines. It also increases the percentages of its special effects. So when you get something that you like, at least when it comes to its staple perk, You can keep upgrading it and keeping it relevant as the game progresses and the level caps increase. That's all there is to it, guys. Of course, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'm covering everything in the Tengu's Desciple, just as I did with the vanilla Neo 2, so sub, like and share for more. Until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always strive for perfection. Cheers.